Hi, welcome back to Becoming Holistically Whole. Today's topic covers, I think, several areas of, the themes that we have. I think it covers wellness, it covers mental health, it covers physical health. So I think I'm just gonna send out a video that covers all of them at once. And today's topic is about stress. So we all have stress in our lives, from paying the bills, taking care of children, stress of school, stress of work. Life is just stressful. So I wanted to talk about, alleviating stress in our lives because I feel like that plays a major role in our mental health and how we physically feel. So, stress is designed to, it was originally designed to help us to get away from things that were going to hurt us. But and that would put us in that fight, flight, or freeze mode where we got away from whatever was chasing us that was going to eat us or harm us in some way. But today, I believe that the stress is ever constant in our lives and it can take a toll on our bodies. Like I said earlier, if it is stress, from paying bills or going to school or your boss or your job or not having a good work life balance, it can start to take a toll on you. So, some of the things and ways that stress affects our body is it can affect our blood pressure. A lot of individuals struggle with blood pressure issues, and so cutting back on stress in our life and our diet also affects that. But stress also helps um, to affect the blood pressure. It also affects our mental health. When we're stressed out, we may get depressed or we may become anxious. We may not want to, do anything. We could become overwhelmed and just kind of not want to do anything at all. Stress also affects us in a way of making us physically ill, not just our blood pressure, but it can make us feel physically ill. It can give us irritable bowel syndrome. It can start to mess with your digestion and you being able to digest your food properly or having like that, I guess that stomach where your stomach is always bothering you. Besides the high blood pressure too, it can also lead to heart attack and stroke because it was meant to, like I said, help you from getting attacked or what have you and get you out of the way. But our stress is constant. It's that constant that's always there, and it affects our body being able to relax. And when we can't relax and or we're not relaxing, that prolonged stress takes a toll on our adrenal glands. And that's where adrenal fatigue can come in, causing our immune system to kind of crash or always being sick. So it affects our immune system as well. Stress can affect our sleep. And we know that one of the most important things for mental and physical health and well being is sleep and getting appropriate sleep. If you're stressed out and you cannot sleep, imagine what that's doing to your body as well. Not only that, but stress can cause hair loss, it can cause headaches and fatigue and acne. It can have a really big toll on our body. So, what are some ways that we can alleviate stress? Well, if you don't have an appropriate work life balance, you need to take a look at that and see what you can do to, make that more balanced for yourself. Are you working long hours? Working from home, we have a tendency sometimes to work way past the time that we would normally work. Maybe, if we got off at 5, we're working till 7. So we're working, 9, 10, 11 hours a day. We don't know how to kind of cut off that time when we're working from home. It's not like we're leaving work and traveling back home. You can exercise. That will help alleviate stress. It helps to build up those other feel good endorphins and to burn off some of that, that feeling that you have when you're stressed out. You can do what we call body scans or body check ins throughout the day. So let's say that you go to work, for example, and I'm kind of old school. So, in my thoughts, you have two 15-minute breaks in your lunch, right? So if your break is at 10 a.m., kind of do a body check in and ask yourself, how am I feeling? Do I feel like my shoulders are up to my ears? Do I feel like everything's just kind of tense and you know, like I just can't relax? Maybe if you feel that way, take a couple deep breaths. Focus on your breathing, focus on relaxing those shoulders, pulling them down. You can do that same scan at lunchtime and again on your next 15-minute break. When you come home from work, leave work in the mailbox. Visually, you come home from work as you're pulling in the driveway, or even if you have to go outside to do this. But if you're pulling in your driveway, kind of have a mental image of like opening your mailbox and putting the day's cares into your mailbox and closing it up so that when you go inside, you cross over that threshold of your home, you're present with your family. Work stays at work, and those troubles and cares of work stay there. And you can just spend some relaxing time in the evenings with your family. Mindfulness and meditation are good things. Yoga will help alleviate some of that stress, especially if your body's tense and feeling all like it's just really tight. Doing those yoga stretches and stuff can really help. Um, Maybe reading, listening to music, doing a hobby, spending time with someone you love. If you are stressed out as well, making sure that you're eating a good diet. Diet plays a role into lots of things as far as, our physical goes, but it helps with the immune system, making sure that we're eating properly, keeps that immune system up when maybe we have that stress overload so that you're not, going too far this way. Maybe you could try to balance it out a little bit. That and the appropriate exercise will help, making sure you're drinking your water, but just being mindful and present in your own body and knowing what it feels like. Some other things that you may try are some essential oils, or smells. I know lavender is very soothing, but there are some other ones like orange or um, rose or geranium or bergamot or frankincense. Having some of those smells around might be helpful in, helping you to relax and calm down. Journaling is always good. And so, as we step into our ending today, let's talk about some of those journal questions and prompts that we may have. So, when we look at our journal prompt, let's go ahead and answer the first question. What are some things that lead to stress in your life? Is it work? Is it school? Is it bills? If it is bills, maybe look at having a budget. That might be helpful to alleviate stress. So, whatever those areas are that you identify, what can you do in those areas to change them? Where do you feel the stress in your body? Is it in your upper back? Is it, do you get frequent headaches? Does it hit your stomach? Is your stomach always upset? Where would be, or what, I'm sorry, what would be a benefit of reducing your stress? Well, we talked about it before. Reducing our chance of having a heart attack, reducing the potential for high blood pressure, or if you do have high blood pressure, between relaxing and changing your diet and stuff, helping your blood pressure to come down. What is the one thing you will try to decrease your stress? And, I would love it if you would put that in the comments, or if you are already doing something now. What is it that you found that you're doing that works for you? Share it with all of us. We'd love to know, so maybe someone else can try it. And, our final journal prompt for the day is, how did you show up for yourself today? Until I see you all in a couple days, please remember to take care of you. I'll talk to you then.